getting ready to go, though. Looks like it's going to be Exertus Esports starting off on the CT side. So, Sunman, are you ready?
We are ready. Ready to start off the season.
People on the stream, are you ready? Let's kick things off here with the ESEA Season number 15 roster rundown for Exertus Esports. We got Bluminator, Bouncer, Flum, Oct, and Summit. And for compLexity, we got Sean Garris, Nothing, Swag, Hiko, and Semphis. As I'm going to leave it on Auto Director since I'm not running the stream tonight, and we'll be able to follow the same action as you guys get to see on the stream. So let's start things off with Nothing making his way up on middle. On this pistol round, looks like they're going to convert towards the alternate middle and two looking up towards that middle area. But look at that, interesting for Exertus Esports. They played it very aggressively towards middle to have a three-man peak, but still everybody's full health so far, and they're not going to get any exchanges. After that initial peak, though, they're going to fall back inside the site and play it very passively. By doing so, though, they decide to peek out towards Banana to see if anybody was going to commit towards that area, but we have split up for compLexity, so they still don't know where they're going to hit, speaking about the CT side. At least Bouncer was able to get tagged down to 52 HP, so they're all going to be forced to fall back and play passively inside the site, which is going to give a great opening here for compLexity to move up towards that middle. Now you can see some counter flashes happening inside the pit. Two guys playing inside the pit right now, and that's Oct and Summit. Oct is watching that hallway, while Bluminator is going to be under attack by Sean Garris, but he gets the first kill here with the 5-7. Flum at the archway drops Semphis as we got now a 4-on-3 situation. Swag very low on health. Swag got to get headshotted by unsilenced USP. Now last man standing is going to be Nothing on a 4 versus 1. He at least gets bomb flat down, gets one kill, gets a second one, and he's going head-to-head against Summit right now from inside the pit. But it's still a 2-on-1 situation. He peeks out, burst Glocks in the face of Summit. 1-on-1 situation. Bouncer comes in and finally picks him off in the face with the 5-7. Looking for that bomb. He's now going to look inside the site, and he's going to get that easy to fuse. No kit, but a nice try by Nothing on that round.
Wow, what a round by Nothing. First off, it was a good hold by XTS. I think they only lost one guy and they had to retake with 4 guys. Well, they got picked off in pit from Nothing, but Nothing played that really good, really smart, and just didn't hit his last shot there at the end. Bouncer clutched the round, and now they're up 1-0.
But it shouldn't have been a clutch situation. That's the mistake of Exertus Esports, all peeking one by one. You saw that first initial kill by Nothing on the left side of the library side, and then it just peeked one by one at pit. I mean, it was good for Flum, who was waiting, hopefully, for his teammate Bouncer, but he was still playing half of his body out in the open, and he got caught. Nonetheless, though...
I think they got overconfident and started peeking too much there.
Oh, for sure. So let's see what's going to happen this time. It's going to be an easy round so far. Well, it looks like it's going to be a surprise buy, though, coming in for compLexity after planning the first round. We got 2 Galils and 3 P250s. But we still have everybody alive, but Swag is hurting like hell. And they also went with full armor, so big surprise buy, but as soon as they saw these guns now, they know that they're going to have to play a little bit more safe. Oct is going to get the first kill, peeks back out towards the car, gets shot through the car from Nothing's Galil, making it a 4-on-4 situation, but we have not committed inside the B bomb side yet. This now forces Bouncer to rotate back, and they're playing a 2-2. 2 inside B, 2 inside A, but A very passively again. So I don't know if there's going to be some fakes and running back towards the mid. Yes, indeed, as you can see Swag running back here, and he's going to smoke for the archway, and they're going to push towards fast lane. So by truck side, they're going to have to run through this smoke, but they're setting up this crossfire inside with Flum and Summit. Summit inside this pit. He's going to spot Hiko. Hiko just spotted him as well. He's going to try to peek back out. He dinks him to 4 HP. Meanwhile, Semphis clears the site. And then Summit comes in, and there's that trade. Good job here for compLexity. Bouncer runs around, never tried to look around the corner, never even shot a bullet, I think. Leaving Bluminator by himself on a 3 versus 1 with a UMP. Bomb has been planted right now for the A site. And let's see what Bluminator is going to try to do. He's actually going to try to go for it. Jumps inside the site and shoots, so he gives away his position. He's going to spot only 1 inside the pit so far. Sees nothing by Porsche, and that spam never worked for the UMP. You got to tap it. That spray is inaccurate mid-range, but Nothing's going to get the kill. And that's going to be now a 1-1 tied game with a surprise buy of compLexity.
That was a good buy compLexity, but XTS really messed up by not buying more rifles that round after they knew compLexity got the plant, especially when you're playing a team like compLexity that's going to buy when they have like low money just to get some Galils and bad armor. I think it was a bad decision to make, just buying SMGs.
And And now it's going to be a P250 save going on here for Exertus Esports. Bluminator to try to play their build a little bit more aggressively towards his banana to just play the angle, but that nade's going to force him to fall back. It only lightly damaged him here, but as you can see, they're just setting up a crossfire inside B now. Let me just go back here into the auto director to see what's going on. We got some action headed towards that middle, some trades going on, and only one kill for the CT side. And now Oct is going to try to rotate with Bluminator, but one guy's watching that flank. It's going to be Swag. He gets one kill. He gets, almost the second one. There you go. Runs out of bullet with that 20 bullet clip. But switches over to P250 for that kill. And another round comes in for complexity. Sean Garris trying to get that 800 bucks, but to no avail. Couldn't get that bomb plant down.
Yeah, standard eco round. I think XTS needs to save again. Of course, they're pretty hurting money. They can't really force versus AKs and Gleals.
And it's going to be another save, of course, double save going on here for Exertus Esports. You can see their money situation next round. They will be able to buy for sure. And Bouncer is going to play it very aggressively, though. He's just running down that banana. Nothing gets a trade, but a nice nade gets the opening kill. Here comes that two-man trying to push inside. Swag and Nothing gets the kill, and Semphis as well onto Octon. There you go. These guys just tried to pinch down towards that middle and banana, but they all got picked off with only one kill onto Sean Garrison. By the way, guys, I don't think it's a stream, because I'm actually getting lag inside my GoTV as well.
Yeah, it's definitely the GoTV. But I think this round, let's see how they play it. Like, they got aggressive kind of on that last eco. I don't think they're going to do the same thing this round, Exertus, but let's see where they put this up.
He's going to go middle for sure. Bouncer likes to get that that mid pick early if he can. He's going to try to spam through the smoke as well. He doesn't have armor either. So these guys went for a full body. Got Flom with only small armor. Bouncer with no armor at all. Oct trying to play aggressively. He spots Nothing right now. Bluminator caught with a nade in his hand, but at least he's able to lob that out. But he's able to take down Nothing at the same time. At least Sean Garris or Swag started trying to get this trade, but that smoke went off and they're not able to get that frag. So an early 5-on-4 situation for Exertus Esports, and things are looking good. Summit trying to look inside this apartment because two guys are getting ready to push out towards this area. It's going to be Hiko and Semphis. A smoke here from the library area to try to have their focus onto the fast lane and the pit. But the bomb is still making his way up here towards that banana, so I think they're going to try to sell this fake. Nope. Swag, I think, is going to throw a fake nade and a fake smoke and then move up here. Bouncer finally gets that kill onto Sean Garris with that AWP. And here comes that push from that hallway as Hiko has fallen down. Semphis is going to be by himself here, going head-to-head against Semphis from the archway, but he's going to be forced to fall back. 30 seconds left in this round. 5-on-2 situation. I think they're going to try to at least get 2 opening kills to try to commit towards this A-bomb site. But if Semphis or Swag falls down, I think they're going to try to save these. So far, they're pushing out towards this boiler room and making their way towards this truck side. But we have 3 guys playing very passively again. Flom inside the pit, spots Semphis, takes him with a headshot. He's going to see Swag as well, and he gets the kill into the porch area to put the round in on for Exertus Esports.
That was a good hold for sure, but compLexity really didn't do too much that round. They just kind of tried to get the picks. They didn't execute anything, and they just got picked off one by one until the round was pretty much over.
Yeah, I mean, that's the way that compLexity plays. They try to go for trades with a few picks. That's why you see them spread out across the map. But when you're losing one guy and then you're not able to get a trade from the smoke and you're forced to fall back and just hold, then the CTs have a better advantage and angle on you, so it's harder for them to get these picks. So they got to count on Swag to get the opening kill. They got to count on Nothing to be the entry kill as well. But so far, it's going to be the round for Exertus Esports with a 3-2 score overall in favor of compLexity. And looks like we're going to get ready to work towards this A-bomb site very quickly. A faster round than all of the other ones as we got a few smokes and flashes going on. Bouncer misses the off shot here from Archway. He's going to be forced to fall back, but Summit holding it down from the pit. Dropping 2, but finally gets a trade here from Hiko. They spot Flom inside the site. Swag trying to get this kill with success. Bouncer, though, off and back inside the pit to take down Hiko. We got a 3-on-2 situation. Bomb is still up, though. Bouncer gets that headshot onto Swag, who is trying to crouch inside that truck. Sean Garris is now stuck inside the corner. Bluminator is going to hunt him down. Sean Garris with only 16 HP. And they're able to take him down to make the score now 3-3. And people thought that Summit was going to do so bad in his game so far. But look at him. He's up on top of the scoreboard with 6 kills.
Yeah, Summit's been putting in work, put in time to play and get back in form, and that's really showing off right here. But XTS held again. compLexity tried to do a split that time. Still didn't work out. I don't think they had their flashes and smokes coordinated as well as they should have been, but they get to buy again.
This is going to be another round where compLexity is going to buy. Nothing with only a Glock, though. Bouncer, look at that. Pushed aggressively down towards the couch. Look towards alternate middle, and he takes down Semphis. At least nothing might be able to move up and pick up that gun. I think Semphis did buy an AK-47. So he's holding out. I'll bet. There you go. He's going to pick it up. We are following Summit, who's smoking inside that hallway to prevent these guys from pushing out. So a lot of smokes to hold things back here for compLexity, as they are stuck in a one-man disadvantage for this round. You got Hiko, you can see him through the wall, who's trying to make his way down that boiler room and hopefully get that opening kill onto Summit. So let's keep our eyes on Summit here. And they did go for a boost at Lumber as well, so they did a two-man boost at Lumber towards Banana to try to get a pick towards Dark Spot.
Yeah, Bloom was just peeking that too, right when he turned away, they boosted up.
So bad timing going on there. Summit falling back inside that pit. I think they're waiting for that push inside that B. I think they're getting ready for it. You can see Bouncer already rotating across, and here comes the smokes and flashes. Bouncer trying to get this off shot out, but he's blinded as soon as he jumps across. Blue peeking out here from Oranges, takes down nothing, but Sean Garrett is still towards that water, and he jumps onto the generator, get picked off, and finally Swag gets killed by Flom, leaving Hiko, the last man standing, the one that was trying to lurk. So Hiko now on this 5 versus 1 situation. Inside CT spawn, he's spotted by Bouncer. He headshots it before Bouncer is able to get the op shot out. He jumps on the top of the Ivy, hoping he was going to get pushed out. But to no avail, he headshots Oct. 3 seconds left on the clock, though. He's only going to try to save his gun. But Summit flanks him for the CT spawn and gives another round for Exertus Esports to win 3 in a row. Score is now 4-3.
Yep, now compLexity has to save. I do want to say one thing about Bouncer. His op's been looking pretty good this game. Like, I pug with him, and he'll use an op sometimes, and we'll kind of tease him about it, but he's really shown that he has a formidable op.
So with that gun round, that was a full buy, buying whatever they could. They couldn't get the round, they couldn't get a bomb plant down, they're going to be forced to save. They all have P250s, no armor, so they don't have a nip strat going on. And it looks like they're just going to try to Hail Mary towards this hallway to try to get a pick here. But nobody was pushing aggressively here. Summit is actually playing it from the graveyard. They're able to tag it down to 39. But Bouncer gets the kill into nothing up at middle. And here we go. They're going to try to push down towards lane. They're up against Flum and Summit. Strong Garrus gets picked up at truck. The bomb is now down. Pico's still trying to get this shot here with that P250. They're all so low right now with a combined health of 41 with 2 more remaining. Pico gets dropped and Swag's going to be LMS. And there you go. Flum holding it down with Summit. Going to work and holding it very well.
Yeah, they're playing really well together. You can really shows how they've been practicing this past week, or 2 weeks, or however long they've been playing Inferno for. And compLexity just kind of looks like they're shaking off a little bit of dust, like they haven't really played too much together over the off season. But I don't think we should be worried about that. It's a buy round.
This is such a great game so far. A lot of people are saying compLexity is going to win this 16-3, 16-0, but now it's 5-3 in favor of Exertus Esports. A lot of people are also saying that XTS didn't have a good Infernal map, but they were able to win a great one, 2 maps against Momentous on this very map to be able to win ESEA Season number 14 with a different roster, though. But let's follow back with the action as Nico is trying to get a jump shot onto Flum with success. As now we have a 5-on-2 situation to try to change the ties now. They have taken over this A bomb site, but the bomb is still waiting inside P. I don't know what Swag was doing. Finally, he's going to move up here towards that middle area. Hiko actually pushed all the way up towards that graveyard. So now it's going to be Oct and Bluminator, last 2 remaining, as we're going to switch over to them. You can see them holding back here towards this construction area in a high-low stance, watching back towards the CT spawn and watching towards the push. But if they're looking and pushing towards Banana and making their way towards that garden, they could catch them off guard. But Exertus Esports, of course, could hear them from very far away if they're trying to push towards that area. So at this point, I think they should be able to save their guns. Unless I speak too soon, Bluminator spots 2 right now, and he gets headshotted by Hiko, and a nade touchdown by Swag. Oh my god. I didn't think that was going to happen, but it did. compLexity wins that round. Score is now 5-4.
I was about to say, I don't know if compLexity should be chasing these guns with such low money, because if they were to die and their teammates have to buy them guns, and then if they lose a round, then they have to save. But they saw what Hiko did right there.
Yeah, but they were looking good on the money situation. They'll be able to buy again. Speaking about Exertus Esports, you can see it right now. I don't know. This is actually really new for me to see this equipment value, but in all honesty, it doesn't mean much to me. Nonetheless, though, Bouncer is going to try to off towards that middle again, It's going to be a whole split by compLexity going on so far. 5-4 is our score in favor of Exertus Esports, as we're trying to see if we're going to be able to get an opening frag here towards Banana, with Swag moving his way towards that area. But you can see Bluminator holding it back towards Oranges, and they do still have that crossfire set up from the tree and from Oranges. Now things are going to stay calm. Summit wasting all of his nades, though, still inside this hallway. Interesting strat, though. They're really not looking towards this hallway. They're leaving it open here for compLexity. But by smoking and flashing so much, and look at that, they're taking one by one at the same time. Finally, Semphis is able to take down Bouncer. And Semphis is actually going to push out. And he's going to almost take down Summit, who's down to 22 HP. Hiko trying to take him down as well. Oh, if only he could nade in there, but he's only going to flash behind him. Bluminator, meanwhile, gets that pick up towards that B. So they're trying to sell a fake towards the A bomb site and then move towards B, but now the bomb is down. On this 2 versus 1 situation, could still be a clutch situation going on here for Semphis, who's still looking healthy on his life bar. Bluminator holding just by this left side of this lumber, but Semphis making a lot of noise right now. Oh no, Bluminator gives his position away. I don't think he should have flashed. Oh, that's a bad move. Semphis could actually still clutch this one. He's going to have to make a lot of noise because he has no time to work with. He's going to try to bait out his opponent by making so much down, but he's actually running inside the construction area, and a smart play by Oct to just hold it back there. Just run the time, peek out, and then get the kill after. So a great play by Oct on that 1 versus 1 to capitalize on the mistake of Bluminator at that Banana.
Yeah, that was really smart because by the time he got the bomb, there's 14 seconds left, and there's no way for him to run back down Banana back into A. So he knew he had to come in B and plant. So he just hid, just listened for the footsteps and waited for the plant, and got the kill at the end.
Exactly. Semphis the whole time ran all the way from middle, all the way inside B. He tried to go for the kill instead of the plant because with 3 seconds remaining and you're going to try to plant, you're leaving yourself out in the open, knowing that Oct plays towards that Banana, he could just peek and get the kill. So he tried to go for the kill, but Oct had the better positioning by hiding inside B. We got an aggressive play going on here towards the Banana area, though, with Bluminator and Oct pushing all the way out. But all of these guys from compLexity so far are working up towards that middle area, as again, we are playing very passively here for this CT team, as Bouncer peeks out and they never check that corner. Oh, that's a bad trade for compLexity so far. Bluminator is going to try to re-peek. He gets the kill onto nothing. He's looking for some backup. He's still alive with 67. They take down Hiko down to 7 HP. Swag finally comes out of Boiler Room, gets the kill into Flom. Oct is hunting inside. He gets the kill, but then a trade comes on, leaving Swag the last man standing, 18 HP on this 2 versus 1 now against Summit and Bluminator. Now we are looking at Swag. Swag peeking out towards that balcony of the window, gets picked by Bluminator, who rotated from the Banana up that middle, and that's going to be another round coming in for Exertus Esports with 4 more rounds to go on their first half. The score is 7-4 in favor of XTS.
Yeah, compLexity are just trying to work picks, like always, and that round, I think Bouncer called for a flashbang, a pop flashbang for him, and he peeked out and killed 2 there to start out the round, and that pretty much sealed it for XTS, but now it looks like they're all saving but 1.
Yeah, let's see what's going to happen with that. And Deluxe, I don't know if you're here, but at the next round, could you please bring up the scoreboard so the people could see how these players are doing so far? So they did go for a boost up on the top of the roof of Portrait so far for Exertus Esports. And with this save going on, Swag going with full armor, maybe it was a misbuy, because you're looking at the scoreboard, or you're looking at the money situation, he only has $50 remaining. So I think there was a miscommunication that happened there. And as you can see, he's not actually trying to move up with the team up. Oh, yeah, he is there, actually. Sorry. So he's going to try to get a pick off towards this middle with Semphis and Hiko as well. So I'm trying to get this pick off. He's going head to head against Bouncer. He takes him down, but here comes that trade from that high-low stack from the porches. And they take down Swag and Semphis. AK was at least able to get picked up by Hiko. And he's going to fall back here towards this Banana area. And they're going to try to commit towards that site. And the bomb is actually making his way by himself in there. It's going to be Sean Gary, spots 1 on Oranges. He's going to try to take him down. And Bluminator's just hiding inside the corner, playing the right angle here. And they're trying to smack him down, wasting all the bullets. And finally to take him down. But Oct is still holding by the garden. Good crossfire setup so far. Flava on the rotation. And now they trap Sean Garrett. They're going to try to take him down. And they finally do. And again, great job by Bluminator by holding that corner to give time for his teammates to rotate.
Yeah, he bought as much time as he could for having his team to rotate around. But I think Swag did misbuy. He might have thought his team was going to get more money than they did, and he just kind of snap bought. Just kind of their mentality, they always want to buy when they can. But now they all get to buy swag, and he'll just eco buy and pick up an AK if someone dies.
Yeah, it looks like the scoreboard is set up for you guys here as I'm checking out the stream, so I'm just going to call it out for you guys. We got Bouncer in the lead for Exertus Esports with 12 kills and 8 deaths, followed by Flum with 11, Summit with 8, tied with Bluminator and Oct at 5. While we got for compLexity nothing with 10 kills, Swag 9 tied with Sempis, Hiko 7, and Sean Garris with only 3. So he has to step up this game so far for compLexity. Let's follow back with the action right now. Sean Garris, like I said, needs to step up. He's trying to spam through the smoke and try to get these two guys playing very aggressively towards that banana. But now they decide to both fall back here because they're both spamming through smoke. There's only Oct that was hit down to 67. There was Swag that was hit down to 54. And that's going to hold it down for now.
Yeah, it looks like they're just gonna try to work picks again. Maybe set up, waiting for pushes, see if they can maybe get a pick, and then execute on a bomb site.
Alright, so let's see what's going to happen. Again, like I said, they play the balcony very passively. They have someone playing it out in the open, and they also give opening for the archway, but it seems to be working for them. They're able to have the right rotations, the right setup, and the right crossfire for the right trades here by playing very passively on the A site. But let's say we're going to try to commit towards this B bomb site right now with nothing at the point, trying to get this entry kill inside against Bluminator, who's also, like, once again hiding inside oranges. He gets the first kill. He's trying to get the second one, but the trade comes in as Sean Garris picks him off. Oct inside garden, another trade going on. And already the rotation came in from Bouncer to drop the last two, leaving Sempis last man standing. And that's it. He comes in, gets that kill to Sempis, but at least to get the bomb plant down. Might be able to buy again. We'll see what's going to happen with the bonus money. But the score is now 9-4. As man, Exertus Esports are playing a very solid CT side, actually.
They're playing a lot better than I thought they would, at least 9 rounds. I was thinking it might have been like 16-10 for compLexity to start, but now it's looking like it's going to be a lot more close than that. Maybe even XTS taking the win here.
At this point now, compLexity will go for a full buy. Not able to buy full nades, as you can see a couple of them with only 1 flash, but at least they have full armor. So I don't know if it's going to be a quick push or a quick fight here, as we do have some action going on towards this banana, or soon action to be happening towards this banana. You can see right now as nothing is holding by that lumber area, and he's trying to get some frags going on towards this banana. But at the same time, if you look at that mini-map, you have Oct and Bluminator pushing very aggressively towards that B site. So it's going to be some good trades going on here, because nothing is actually with another of his teammates just right behind him. So we're going to see some interesting trades going on towards this car area as soon as we can resume. And we also, again, have Bouncer getting ready to peek out towards that middle with Flum, but this time Bouncer doesn't have an AK-40, an AWP. He has an AK-47, so they're probably going to try to go for a smoke spam through that middle area and hopefully pick somebody off. But again, I think it's all gonna come down to this B trade as soon as we can resume.
I hope this is just a pause and not like a server crash or a GoTV issue, because it was lagging a little bit before it went down or paused.
Yeah, I think at the same time, I'm looking at the stream, they're saying that the same thing is happening to Summit's stream as well. So I think it's just a server that seemed to have fallen down for a bit. But meanwhile, just to make sure that things are good for me, I'm going to write a 9-4 score in favor of Exertus Esports for once we get to resume.
There is a Matchmatic though, so I don't think anything will be affected by it, just a slight delay here.
You never know, man. Sometimes you cannot trust technology at all.
As you can see right now. Yeah, but this round, if it does resume from here, they have compLexity rather, they have full guns and armor, but they have like very low nades, so they're just going to be relying on their picks like they have in the previous rounds. And
exactly.
Watching Heek play, I think they can do it.
But at the same time, so I was looking back at the situation. I know you guys only see a green screen so far. Don't worry about it. We're actually still paused or whatever inside the server. When I was clicking over to nothing, he actually has only a knife out. He has the gut knife just behind the lumber by the arches. If he gets caught off guard, him and his teammate might get picked off here. Let me just see who his teammate might be. I think it might be Swag. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so these two guys are always working together, right? So it's Swag at the bottom of Banana getting ready to flash up. But it's going to be a late flash that's only going to be partially blinding Bluminator and Oct. So I think they might be able to get this pick off to nothing. Now, it all comes down to this. If they can get the pick off against Swag and nothing, and stay alive, and the other guys are not able to get kills. If you're looking at the scoreboards, these guys are so low on the money situation. They're probably only going to get like $2,200 on the next round after losing, and nothing. Hiko and Sean Garris are already at 0, so they're going to have to go with probably Deagle armor or something like that. But let's see what's going to happen. We have resumed, and there's that first kill. Auk gets the headshot onto nothing. Swag decides to peek up, but these guys have fallen back. At this point, like I said, if they lose this round, if they're not able to get the bomb plant either for the team, they're going to have to go with P250 Glock, P250 Glock with nades, or even head armor or full armor. They're not going to have guns, basically. And it's going to be a hard round for them to win on the last round. So they have to try to get something done with these 4 guys remaining.
Yeah, they need to at least get a plant here if they do lose the round for that money.
Alright, so let's see what's going to happen now. Summon is still holding inside this pit. At this point, you still see right now we have Semphis and we have Hiko working their way towards Boiler Room to try to get this pick at middle. But again, another very passive play by the CT side, not peeking up towards that middle, given that free reign here for compLexity to move up. You got Semphis moving up. You got Oct waiting inside construction. But Semphis is looking at this opening kill by Truckside. He gets spotted by Flom, though. But those bullets are just going to ricochet off of the off the wall. Summon saying, I blame ESEA stream. Nonetheless, though, Flom gets the kill onto Semphis. Now we got a 5-on-3 situation. Sean Garris is going to try to get an opening kill into Bluminator, who's out in the open, had his back turned, but somehow pulled that bait and got that frag. Now, nonetheless, Hiko has fallen as well, leaving Swag the last man standing, floating in about on that banana, and I think he got killed.
Looks like they're getting DDoS right now.
Yeah, the time ran out. So, will this round count? Probably not. I don't know, it all depends.
I think if they do resume it, if it doesn't keep going right now, I think they'll resume it from that last round. They'll start. Or they'll try to, at least.
Yeah.
But we'll see if it's going to resume. Looks like they're still playing.
Yeah, and they have had enough money to buy AKs, but not full armor for all of them. Sean Guerra is going with the Galil and smokes and flashes, so at this point, are they going to try to go for smokes and work up towards that middle area? Swag is still looking towards this B, but we are waiting to move up towards this middle area for compLexity. So we are in the eyes of Bouncer, now onto Oct, who's falling back here, rotating across. So they're actually going to leave Bluminator by himself inside B and have Oct suppress fire and help Bouncer hold that middle area. A couple of counter smokes coming in from the CT side, and Hiko gets the opening kill on the summit, though, at the end of the hallway. We're going to get ready to push out towards this boiler room, but Bouncer's going to peek out. Oh, he spots 2 as soon as he peeks out, and a smart move for him to fall back, but also leaving Oct hiding inside the corner, and there you go, it works. He gets the kill onto nothing. Bouncer then repeaks, gets the kill onto Hiko. Now we have make that a 2-on-1 situation. Semphis with 6 HP gets the kill onto Oct, but then capitalized by Flom, and that's going to end the first half 11-4 in favor of Exertus Esports, and we're just going to ready this up here on the second half.
Yeah, it was an unfortunate last 2 rounds with the lag, but great half from XTS regardless. 11-4, CT side. I mean, they won pistol and they lost second, and they still came back and only gave up 4 rounds.
Yeah, I mean, it was great play by compLexity. As soon as we had full gun rounds was when we saw Exertus Esports shine here against compLexity. The compLexity strategy of trying to get some pickoff is not working so far, so looks like we're just gonna not ready and maybe try to switch servers. We'll see what's gonna happen. So guys, please stay tuned. Any comments, Sunman?
Well, not really. I think we're just gonna go to commercial and come back and we'll talk about it.
Alright, I don't know if Deluxe is ready for that. Hopefully you are, but if not, just watch the stream. Vansili and Sunman getting ready to come back for the second half for Exertus Esports versus compLexity. This is the kickoff of season number 15. First match of the season for compLexity and Exertus Esports on Inferno. And we'll be right back after Mayberg commercial. Hi, this is Khan. Ever since I got my MSI laptop, top gamer, top choice, I was able to not have hot palms.
You would.
Oh, I love Karn.
You made him sound a lot more Asian than he is.
But I can't sound Swedish, dude, and I am Asian, so what can I do?
True. It just had an accent, that's all that counts.
For sure, guys, stay tuned, though, as we're watching the guys here trying to kill chickens and such. We'll resume and see what's going to happen. At the same time, I am also going to look back and see if I can talk to the members of either teams to see if we're going to switch servers or not. So stay tuned, guys. We'll be back soon. Alright, guys, I just got a quick update as I was talking to Hiko and Bouncer. It looks like both teams are just waiting out this lag to pass. And he says, yeah, I think we'll start now, so we're just going to wait for these guys to come back. And then ready up here for the second half. But great first half as we've seen so far. What do you think didn't work for compLexity here, Sunman?
Sorry, I didn't hear that question. What did you say?
What do you think did not work for compLexity on the first half, Sunman?
I don't know if it's a combination of a couple things, but I think it might be a little bit of rustiness on their part, maybe not playing as much. Like, I really haven't followed them in the off season too much. But they really didn't execute too many strats. The few rounds they did win, it was like Hiko or someone getting like 2 picks entries, just like, I don't know, just peeking. Basically, there was no really coordination of any rounds that they won, so they just relied on their aim and not so much teamwork and strategies, at least that half. But CT side is a lot more pug worthy if they weren't to be prepared for strategy wise, so I think it's still going to be a close game.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, D Chosen actually messaged me earlier on, and he's actually right. On ESEA Land Season number 14, compLexity had the same situation when they faced off against Cultivation, now United 5, where they actually had a large deficit on the first half on Inferno, but they were able to come back and play a great game and actually win it. So we'll see if it's going to be the same thing, as they're able to take the CT side this time. Maybe it's going to be easier for them to hold their angles. We'll see what Exertus Esports have in their sleeves to work out their terrorist-sided strats.
It looks like everyone's in the server, just waiting for them to ready up now. Shouldn't be too long. I think it's going to come down to, regardless who wins pistol round. Like, even if compLexity wins a pistol round, it's going to be a close game, but I think maybe if XTS wins, they might just roll and finish it off pretty early. Yeah, I think if XTS wins the pistol round, they're going to win the match.
At this point as well, for Exertus Esports, I don't know about their strategy for pistol side, but I think they should all work together and just plow up middle and all go together to curve towards Archway or towards Truck, or all together towards B. I don't think they should try to split off and play a pickoff game, especially when going head-to-head against some of the top gamers in North America.
Yeah, definitely not. Definitely versus a team like this with these skilled players on compLexity, you need to have some sort of strategy and use pack numbers rather than individual skill, at least for pistol rounds.
And in my personal opinion, it would be so much easier for them to rush inside B and go with a trade inside B, because once they set up, like, let's say they lose 2 on each side, hypothetically speaking, leaving it on a 3-on-3 situation, they'll be able to plant and set up Dark Spot, Garden, and also towards New Box. So that'll be great for them to hold this B bomb site. Meanwhile, if they try to push up towards this A bomb site, though, and they wrap towards the fast lane, they're going to have to try to pick up the guy that's going to be ring around Rosie inside the pit. And that's going to waste a lot of time for them to try to get that frag. It's going to be hard for them to get the bomb plant as well, because they're going to be under heavy attack, and it's going to be easier for the CT side to rotate back. So I think, in my opinion, B should be easier to hit for these guys, especially they have the momentum so far. They have a lot of guys that were able to top frag in this first half, so I think they should just run with the aim that they have so far and the momentum to try to capitalize on the B site.
Yeah, I seem talking this server. I don't know if they're being serious, but if it still lags like this, they're going to postpone it, change servers, or even go to like a private server, which I don't think ESEA is going to let them do. So it's either going to be, I believe, postponed, or they're going to try to change servers to a different location, maybe.
Hey, if it's private, at least give us the information. Right?
Yeah, but I don't think ESEA is going to allow off-client servers.
True.
So we'll see. Just still waiting around. Nothing really to talk about now.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys are not following the stream either, but we did have an official say by few going on so far, so we're seeing what's going to be done about it tonight, and we'll get back to you guys. So I guess it's a waiting game, not only for you guys on the stream, but also for us. Whoever gets the first word first, we'll be able to provide it to you guys on the stream as soon as possible. So guys, please stay tuned. Please stay tuned.
Follow Vansili at Vansili on Twitter.
Also, Sunman at JD. He only has 5 followers. Please at least bring it up to 6 by the end of the night. But I am having a good time. I mean, it's a good blast to be able to kick off season number 15. I mean, we had actually, Sunman, because we casted together the last time I casted, I think, about a 3-week to 5-week break, and I was looking forward to actually being able to come on and hang out with you guys again, and have you guys just listen in and enjoy the stream and be entertained. Or you're not entertained?
And this is my second cast, so I'm still getting used to the ropes here.
Oh, for shizzy. Yeah, guys, please let us know how Sunman's doing so far. I mean, Sunman's not professional gaming anymore for Counter-Strike, but he's giving it a go at broadcasting, and I'm actually happy to actually have him on and cast with me. He is a legend, guys. The shot heard from around the world, guys, and now he's going to be the voice heard from around the world. Again, at the same time, also, feel free to give me some feedback as well at BenSilly on Twitter. I am always open to constructive criticism to be able to try to improve my broadcast and make it more fun for you guys the next time you guys tune in. There's always room for improvement.
Hi, guys. Fine, don't say hi to me, BenSilly and Sunman. It's okay.
Hey, man.
You guys are doing a great job. Just wanted to say hi, and hopefully everything's going well.
Thanks, Bravo. We're having a blast here.
Right on. We're looking forward to more coverage from you guys all season long, so keep it real. Keep it cool.
Yeah, you know, at the same time, it seems as they already done. I think this could be live.
Is it live? Evan?
I see nades, I see pistol rounds, I see small armor and Glocks, and I see a rush towards B, so let's just call it. We'll see what happens. They're pushing aggressively towards Banana as well, and Flom gets the opening kill with Summit as well to Sean Garrison Semphis, and this is what I called before. Now Hiko, he's hiding by himself inside his B bomb site. He did smoke to try to get some cover, hiding in the back of the oranges. He's trying to get this opening kill, but he gets picked up by Flom, and that's what we needed. That's what we called a 5-man push towards this Banana bomb site. compLexity did call it though. They had a 3-man stack towards this B site, but now Swag is by himself, and Swag is gonna get killed by the construction area. And now that pistol round was won by Exertus Esports, and it's gonna be 12-4.
Yeah, you're pretty clairvoyant. Calling stick together and rush somewhere because they worked.
Hey man, 11 years of broadcasting Counter-Strike. Something's gotta be right sometimes.
I'm just glad we're get to cast the rest of the game here. See what happens in this eco round.
So now they're going to go with a full buy, of course, for Exertus Esports. It's going to be a full save going on, though, for compLexity, as they're going for a basic strat as well. They're actually having 3 guys worked up towards this towards the A bomb site, 2 towards the B bomb site. They tried to boost up onto the Porches area, but they catch Tempest out in the open. They're trying to get this kill against nothing with success by Bluminator here, who is trying to run back inside the pit. They're going to get this bomb plant down. There's a 5-on-2 situation. Sean Garrison and Hiko, last 2 remaining, but they're not sticking together. They have Hiko making his way towards that middle area, and Sean Garrison is actually at Archway. So at this point, I think they're just going to try to go for exit kills. Hiko gets picked off, though, by Octat middle. Leaving right now, Sean Garrett's last man stand, trying to get this frag onto off, but to no avail. Gets headshotted by Ox Galil, and now it's going to be 13-4.
Flawless round from XTS, and that just kind of confirms for me that compLexity haven't really been preparing so much, because they just play a standard 3-2 like you would on a gun round, and on an eco round you kind of have to take risks or stack somewhere, push somewhere, peek somewhere, and they just kind of played passive and just got ran over.
Yeah, we did miss a knife round, or a knife going on by Swag onto Summit. Summit saying delete that VOD right away, dude. But moving on to this round, though, let's see what's going to happen. So they're going to have another aggressive push right now from the terrorist team inside this B bomb site. But I think this smoke's going to slightly hold him back. They're going to go for a full bias, trying to surprise us. And it's working so far. Sean Garris lines up 2, takes out Bluminator and Flom. But here comes the push inside. He reloads on time, though. He gets the kill onto Summit. He turns around, but then gets picked off here by Ox. Hiko still trying to stay alive in this fight, but flying gets P90 by Bouncer. But Swag already rotated across, leaving now Off, the last man standing. He is by himself on the 3 versus 1 and still stuck here on the top of the sandbag. He spams, though, gives away his position through this smoke. And they're still trying to spam him through, and finally he gets digged and picked off there. And finally, compLexity stays alive by winning that round. But Exertus Esports still looking good in the money situation. I think, oh no, actually Bluminator's only at 1800, so they might go for a full save, drop some P250s, and go with full gun rounds whenever they can on the round after.
I'm glad compLexity bought there. They really needed that round to stay alive in this match, and I think if the roles were swapped right now, compLexity would have full bought on this terror side, just with that money situation, but they do have a big lead, so saving's not a bad idea either.
Now at this point, there was this full save going on by Exertus Esports. Nothing, dropping 1 and 2 here through this smoke up at middle. Crossfire set up with Swag. He dropped down 4. Bouncer, last man standing. At least gets the kill onto nothing. And then Semphis, hiding by porch area. Takes him down with that FAMAS. Picks up the AK-47 as well. Is this going to be the beginning of the comeback?
I hope so. Hopefully come back to at least 15-15 and we get to see it in overtime or something.
That'll be great.
But yeah, now they get to buy. compLexity only lost one guy that round, so their money's still looking good if they were to lose this next round. Like, I think they'd have enough to drop and full buy. But let's see what happens.
Would be a great way, actually, to kick off the season. But looks like it's going to be another aggressive push here by Exertus Esports. And looks like they're going to push 3 guys inside the hallway and commit towards this A site. They're actually going to be joined up by a 4th guy. And they're going to flash up and push out towards Boiler and to catch something off guard. As Ock picks him up with the AK-47. Swag going for the trade. Tempest on the balcony. Drop by 1 and 2. Trying to go for a 3rd. And with success, then onto a 4th, but to no avail at the Summit. Summit, last man standing, trying to stay alive, trying to get this kill onto Hiko, but it didn't work. Hiko picks him off with 34 HP remaining, and compLexity wins another round, make that 3 in a row.
It was a great hold by Sempis. I don't know what XTS were really doing. I think they maybe had like a set fast rush strat there, but it didn't work out. Like, I don't think they got their flashes or smokes off like they wanted to, and just got picked off, and Sempis really held down the site on the balcony.
Oh yeah, I think after getting that opening kill, they just ran a little bit too fast and just decided to stop looking at angles. This time it's going to be an aggressive push by compLexity on the outside. You can see Hiko already flashing across, but it's going to be a full save round coming in here with P250s for XTS. And 1, 2, 3 down. Blue Meter spotted and headshotted by Hiko. Last man standing is now going to be Bouncer, who has picked up this silenced M4 after killing Swag. But at least they're able to get 2 kills, decent save, because they did buy 2 P250s. But they will have enough money in the bank to buy this round.
Yeah, now they get to buy. compLexity is still building their bank up, even though they lost 2 guns. They're still slowly working their money up to where if they were to lose a round or 2, they can still buy, which they really need, being down 8-13 right now. But it's a close match. I think compLexity is going to pull it back, almost even.
Yeah, it's getting very close, actually, and the rounds are just plowing through, like 30, 45-second rounds, and these guys are not waiting. Speaking about Exertus Esports, they're playing very aggressively and very fast, executing very quickly as well. Sometimes it does catch compLexity off guard, but the guys that are still alive are able to bring them back easily to a 3-on-3 or a 2-on-2 situation towards the end. So it's looking good for compLexity so far on the CT hold. Meanwhile, Flom gets the opening kill inside Banana, as we did have a trade happening towards this window room, but nobody gets picked off here towards this A side. Finally, nothing gets the kill though. On to Summit. As now we got a 4-on-4 situation. Semphis actually pushed all the way up inside the bedroom area. Nothing hiding inside that pit. At this point, with all this spam, they're going to fall back and commit towards this B-bomb site. Blue Meter is going to get the smoke here for the CT spawn. Flom as well for the double smoke. That's weird. But they're going to try to run through and get this round. Oh, okay, they flash for Garden as well, sorry. But we still have Hiko hiding inside New Box. He gets the opening kill. And then he gets the trade. But Swag still alive here inside the garden area. Gets the headshot onto Bluminator. Bouncer hiding inside water, though. Gets the kill. 2-on-2 situation going on. They don't know that Swag is still inside construction. Actually, Bouncer's going to try to flank across. Oh, but after that shot, he gives away his position. Swag is looking back. Ran out of bullets in the M4, though. And here comes the trade. And Semphis is the one that's going to clutch it again by nading inside Dark Spot and looking back towards CT spawn. Again, like I said, they gave away their positions by shooting that, by pre-frying inside the construction area, and that gave Semphis the chance to clutch that round.
Yeah, I think he spotted like the back when he's walking through and he tried to get a shot on him, just kind of panicked. But Semphis was pushed in apartments that round when they started to fall back to B, which gave 3 guys, or they had 2 guys B and then the fast rotate because he knew they weren't coming up mid because they heard him running back to B. So they had 3 guys in B to hold that. It was a good attempt, but they just fell short.
At least they got a bomb plan going down, so they'll be able to buy this round here, as we did have an aggressive push up towards that middle. Nothing tried to cross over, but he was partially blinded, sorry. Couldn't get any frags going down towards that middle. 1-on-1 situation happening here, as Bouncer, though, gets the headshot onto Swag, getting up with that wooden AK-47. Swag falls down. It's going to be a 5-on-4 situation, as things have calmed down once again. But let's look at the scoreboard. Bouncer in the lead here for the T side with that opening kill at 8-5, followed by Flom with 5-6, Oct at 4-5, Summit at 3-5, and Bluminator trying to get some frags in, only 1-5 and 3 points on the scoreboard. Meanwhile, for compLexity, we got Swag in the lead in points, but second place with 7 kills, followed by Semphis with 8, Hiko with 3, while Nothing and Sean Garris are both with 4, but we're looking at the score situation, which is why you see them or hear them counted down that side. So We have 5 rounds won by the counter-terrorist side on the second half. That's compLexity. While Exertus Esports, the fast rounds that work towards the pistol round and the fast round that work towards the eco round. But suddenly, as soon as compLexity start to buy, surprise buy with the M4s, the Colts, and the FAMASs, things have not been looking good for Exertus Esports, as compLexity are still rolling very, very well with the rifles. When it comes to rifle fights, compLexity just has the upper hand so far, holding the CT side.
Yeah, they definitely have the skill advantage in those like one-on-one fights. Even teamwork-wise, I think they're still a little bit ahead of XTS at this point. But I think XTS just needs a little bit of luck to get that opening pick and not get traded, and then execute in a site with the numbers. But we're paused now. I think it's another DDoS.
Story of our lives these days for Counter-Strike, but it's okay.
It's been the story of Counter-Strike's life since the beginning of time, so...
That is true. Actually, speaking about DDoSing back in the days, and there was no match medic, how did you guys actually work it out? Because I was still on the caster booth trying to figure out how everything worked, but you were actually on the front lines, basically, talking to Laurent and everybody else at CPL.
Yeah.
Try to match medic everything else. So how did it work?
Basically, if the server is still up and like someone crashes or something occurs where you have to restart the server, which means you just start from $800 again. Usually, it's like they'll look at your money that you currently have in your equipment, and they'll roughly guesstimate how much you had, and they'll put the MP start money to that. So when you join the server, you'll start with that amount of money, and then after that team gets in, and they'll change it again, and the other team will join with their estimated start money, and you just kind of go from that previous round when someone crashed or the server went down.
So but everybody had the same amount of money when it came back? No,
not necessarily. It depends. Like sometimes there would be a team that was on an eco, and another team had maybe like 4K a piece, and they bought. Then they'd give like 12K or I don't know, like 10K to the one team, and then another team would have like 2.5, 3K.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Actually, they had the same amount of money for terrorist side or CT side.
Right.
Okay, so it's not like,
your
okay, you got 2,200, you got 3,200, you have 4,200.
And it was almost impossible to do that kind of math, especially if a server crashes.
At that point, did you feel that it gave a disadvantage for certain teams? I assume so.
Yeah.
Especially if you're winning.
Well, you always think, especially if you lose the following round after the restart, you always think, wow, if that didn't crash, we would have won, or blah, 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 blah. But, yeah, there's always in the back of your head. That's why, when you're used to that kind of thing, though, you don't let it get to you. Like, you don't let it get in your head. Like, you just gotta play regardless. Even if, like, you were to lose that next round, you just keep playing and don't think about it, because if you let it get in your head, that's gonna affect your gameplay and make you do worse, make your team do worse. Especially if you bring like a negative aspect into like your voice chat, and your teammates see that, it's gonna bring them down too. Less confidence. It just snowballs from there, and you usually lose matches like that.
Sorry, I'm just reading the stream here. What Dunn said. Instead of fog, Valve added DDoS. DE_Inferno_ just give up. And you know what? It's a good thing that people are not giving up, because right now it's a 13-9 score, and compLexity is actually catching up to this game. Of course, they lost swag at the beginning of this round, though, but they've been doing very well on holds and on retakes, even though they lose maybe one or two guys early in the round. These guys are stepping up now.
Yeah. So maybe we can toss it to a commercial break here until the action gets back. I just talked to Bouncer, he said it's still DDoS, so.
Hi, I'm Sunman. You've probably heard me shoot the AWP on DE Train before. I like to use Intel processors. It helps me get smoother aim, and I'm able to shoot through walls a lot better. Top player, top choice.
I'm glad you didn't use an Asian accent for me.
But yeah, guys, we're going to take a quick break. Break meaning that there's probably no commercial, and we're just going to chill out here and hang out with you guys on the stream. So I'm just going to pay attention. If you guys have anything to say, I'll chat with you guys. If you guys have any question, actually, to give to Sunman, I'm pretty sure he'll be more than happy to answer. Meanwhile, I'm going to wait.
Top player, top choice.
Oh my god, they're going, who is Sunman? Sunman, are you serious? Sunman, come on, bro.
Bravo. It should be Nightman, not Dayman. my evil twin.
Let's get back in the action, though. So hopefully that commercial is gonna frickin' stop. But we're actually inside the server. We have resumed. We do have a 5-on-4 situation. As right now, let's look at the auto director. Hiko's gonna get the kill here onto Plumbers and try to push up towards his middle. Hiko gets another kill into Oct. But finally that trade comes in as Summit picks off Hiko, and they're going to wrap around here and try to work towards B. With the 3 guys alive, they're going to go on a 3-on-2 situation. A 3-on-1 situation inside B. It's only going to be Sean Garris by himself here inside construction area. There's a lot of footsteps. He's going to be able to hear them come across. Bouncer is making so much noise right now. Summit as well. And that's a 1-on-1 situation inside construction now. And they both look at each other at different angles, but Summit gets the opening kill. And that's going to be an open for business for the terrorist team inside the B bomb site. Bomb has now been planted at Generator, and that's that setup I was telling you about. One at Dark Spot, one at New Box, one in Construction. A great spot and great way to hold here against Semphis and Nothing, who are both moving in towards the Generator area. Semphis gets the first kill into Dark Spot. They know Bluminator's inside New Box, though. They're trying to get this frag. Quick peek coming out from Bluminator to get that kill. He's trying to spam his teammate down. That's not good. And then finally, Nothing trying to speak in, rushes over, gets that kill. Nothing trying to get this frag out to Summit, but Summit stays alive and capitalizes on that clutch 1 versus 1. 3 kills for him that last round, and that puts the score, 14-9 in favor of XTS.
Yeah, that round looked really good for compLexity with Sean Garris in the backhaul, and then he heard the terrorists run from spawn into the site while Summit kind of lurked around and walked backhaul, and Sean Garris started to move towards like the garden area to go to the site and just got peeked on by Summit, took him down, and it was 2-on-3 from there, and then he clutched it.
Now it's going to be a full gun round here for compLexity. If I'm looking at the scoreboard, they definitely, well, they're going to have to force buy if they lose this next round, of course. So they're going with Colts and an M4. They're going to try to have an aggressive push inside of the hallway here as we got a trade going on. It's a 2-for-1 in favor of compLexity. Make that a 3-for-1 now. As we have Summit and off the last 2 remaining. Summit inside Boiler. Made a few sounds here as Sean Garris is going to try to peek out. Sean Garris is going to get the kill. I thought he was going to get picked off somehow. He stays alive. Off now. LMS. 4 versus 1 situation. Oh, pre-fires and gives away his position. He doesn't have the bomb. It has been dropped at the front doorway of the boiler room. And Swag is actually going to try to rush in and try to hunt him down. He now finally spots him, and they're just going to try to hunt him down here. And at this point, Hiko is just waiting to flank across here from Mexican. But Oct made it all the way back down towards alternate middle. And at this point, I think it's pretty much GG for him so far. He's trying to stay alive, though, with 30 seconds left in the round. Trying to save his AK-47 for his dear life. And they're rushing in right now. He stays by the steps against the first kill after Swag. Should have turned around, should have kept looking. He could have probably got that kill after Sean Garris. He only had 8 HP. But nonetheless, compLexity wins that round to make the score now 14-10.
And that was best case scenario for compLexity right there, because the previous round when they lost, only one guy stayed alive, so they all had to rebuy that round. Now they have to save, because they won consecutive rounds and their money's god-awful.
Save round coming in right now for XTS. It's going to be P250 save. As they're going to have 2 guys push up here towards that middle. That smoke came in for compLexity to hold things back. Now they're going to regroup with 4 because 2 more came back from alternate middle. They did have an aggressive push towards that banana, and Sean Garris gets the first kill onto Bluminator from the car. Now that's going to force everybody to fall back, but why are they falling back? It's totally smoked. Meanwhile, Sean Garris is pushing up with Hiko. If Oct tries to go through this, they're going to get wrecked.
And they re-smoked it too.
Yeah, they're holding it down, trying to run out of clock right now for compLexity. But if somebody tries to pre-fire a shot, there you go. There's that first kill inside Banana, and also a kill inside Hallway, making it now a 5-on-2 situation. So much noise being made so far by Oct, basically trying to bait out the bullets. And there you go, they're just converting in, and then Sempis gets the last 2 kills.
Yeah, they were trying to wait out the smoke at Banana, and then they were going to retake it, but as soon as that started to clear, compLexity re-smoked it, and gave them a lot more time, and then compLexity peeked from mid and got 2 frags easy.
And just like that now, it's now 14-11 the overall score. First round, again, mind you, if you guys just tuned in, was 11-4 in favor of Exertus Esports, but compLexity stepping it up and trying to bring this to a tie game, and hopefully not an overtime in their situation. As they're going to try to push aggressively towards Banana. A couple of nades here, forcing the guys to fall back here inside the B-bomb side from the CT side. Meanwhile, though, all 5 of them are cramped up towards this Banana hallway for XTS. As now with those smokes and flashes that are being thrown, it's going to hold them back just a tad. So it's now coming back to the pickoff game for the terrorist team. And look at that, nothing actually rotates back towards the CT spawn. Okay, he was going to go and help these guys out towards B, but after they hear nothing at all, no pun intended, he decides to look back towards this archway to hold this crossfire with swag on Arch's side.
Yeah, he's just playing fast rotate.
Yeah, you can see Sempis holding back towards the pit, but here comes another smoke for the CT spawn, and here comes the push inside. And they're actually going to push towards construction as well. They're going to try to get this frag inside spawn with success. Finally, Hiko looks back and gets the kill. Great trades going on so far. They get a bomb plant down. Hiko gets the kill onto Flom still. A new box from the garden area. Now I got a 3-on-2 situation. Bouncers out in the open. They're both going to be both on Banana side, and I don't know why you peek. Now Blue Miner is in a tight spot. And he's going to peek as well in that smoke. Gives away his position. He's going to have to run through the smoke and probably get killed right now. There you go. Swag takes him through the smoke. And that easy fuse comes in here for compLexity. Again, they're not playing patiently here, Sunman. They're not playing the angles to hold the bomb. They're just peeking all the time.
Yeah, with that fast rotate by nothing, they didn't think there was going to be a third guy there so fast. And then he killed the bomb planter right after he planted. And I think Bouncer was caught out of position, and they were both Banana, so he tried to make a play and spawn and got picked off.
Let's go back with the action here. Blue Miner is going to buy a Deagle, so it's going to be a full save of P250s and 1 Deagle going in for XTS. Actually, not maybe a full save. We do have Flom with a smoke and flash. So you heard that bell happen. I was wondering if they're trying to shoot that bell and run up towards that middle, but to no avail. Nico is actually playing aggressively, pushing down towards the Banana area. He gets the first kill onto Bluminator, and he's still spamming across, trying to get a kill at the summit, but meanwhile... Sunman? Have I lost you, bro?
Hello?
Hey!
Did I lag out?
Maybe. You're back.
My bad, I must have lagged out. My game was working.
Yeah, I think our mumble crashed because they didn't hear me either.
Yeah,
Anyways,
I tried to talk.
yeah. Anyways, let's go back with the action. compLexity is rolling in the money. It's going to be a full buy for Exertus Esports. They got to win, of course, this round, but if they win this round, it's going to be a full gun round to the end of the game. So, interesting fight that we will soon see here, as the score is 14-13 in favor of XTS. So far, it's going to be, again, very slow for Exertus Esports. The fast rushes that seem to have worked before have not worked anymore, so they are going to play it very slowly and try to play the pickoff game.
Yeah, but I like this when it's this close, though. Like, you need to take it slow. You just can't rush in like they have been doing.
But I don't know if you just saw here on Bluminator's screen or point of view, as soon as he tried to go for a pick or check out angles, he makes footsteps. They're giving away their positions that way. They got to play very slowly, unless he's playing for the peak advantage. But so far,
that's fine. They haven't committed yet. It's not a big deal to make footsteps. It kind of keeps the CTs guessing, which is what they want to do. So, but it looks like they're going to work a split towards A here shortly.
Yeah, they're going to smoke here for Archway. Maybe a wrap across. Yeah, here we go. It's going to be slow right now as we have Swag holding by the library side. Still following nothing inside that pit, though. Is about to go head-to-head against Flum. We
Now they're
still
all
have a flank
flanking B.
situation. Yeah, I mean, these great mollies are being thrown by the compLexity side to give enough time here for compLexity to rotate from B. And look at that crossfire setup. Everybody's dropping like flies for the terrorist team. And finally, off the last man standing, though, was able to drop down 2 before he gets killed by nothing. And there you go. It's 14-14 now.
Yeah, I like the idea of that strat for sure, but they didn't know, I guess. But all the ACT players were in the actual site, and they could have wrapped to B because both the B players were then flanking Banana, and they could have got in with only maybe like one guy contesting them. But they didn't know that, obviously. But I liked the idea of the strat. It just didn't work out.
But the incendiary grenades were great there for the compLexity side to hold them back. As you can see right now on the left side of the screen, he has 3 guys holding it again: Semphis, Swag, and Nothing. All the 3 guys that are playing towards this A bomb site are using those grenades to give enough time for Sean Garris and Hiko to rotate back to B if they try to work towards this A bomb site. Now we are in the eyes of Summit that was trying to get this pick into Semphis, but Semphis is actually falling back on the top of the balcony.
Another slow strat like last round. I think they knew that it could have worked that round, and they're just gonna try something else. Hopefully they don't do the same strat because that's kind of predictable. But
at the same time, though, when they played it slow, they were still able to commit up towards this A bomb site, but they weren't able to capitalize on the frags with the setups by compLexity. They don't know where these guys are playing passively inside the A site. They actually had 2 guys set up in inside A. But at this point, though, a couple of fakes happening up towards this A-bomb site, and they're committing back towards B. Sean Garris is actually out in the open. I think they're going to smoke it as soon as this smoke clears. But I think it's about to get re-smoked here. Oh, Flom just jumped past Sean Garris! But at least somebody's able to take him down. Wow, that was close. We got a trade going on here, and we're trying to get this kill onto Hiko with success. And now the B site is open, but these guys are very low so far. Flom is still trying to hold inside construction, making so much noise though, giving it an opportunity for Nothing to move in and get the pick off. Now we got 2 guys inside construction. We got a 3-on-3 situation though for both teams as the bomb is now planted. Summit peeking out. Oh man, from the dark corner gets picked off. Now crossfire set up, Nothing dropping 1. Bluminator now giving away his position. Gets 1 and 2. Now it's down to a 1-on-1. He's staying crouched inside the pit. He gets the kill onto Swag. Somehow he clutches with 7 HP. And wow, when it mattered, Bluminator stepped up and puts Exertus Esports at game point situation. Wow.
He played that as smart as he could have with 7 HP. Getting the first kill, sliding out, still ducked because he knew there was a guy behind him at spools. Got that kill. Just played the footsteps, and the last guy just missed him. Missed Bluminator, and he got the last frag. It was an amazing clutch.
Wow. And of course, full gun round for both teams here. It's the last round of this potential match, or potential last round of this match. Flom very low on money, only was able to afford a Galil, and they're playing very aggressively so far. Bluminator with a Galil as well, but Bouncer gets the opening kill. They're playing so fast here towards this A-bomb site. They catch Nothing off guard. Nothing at least gets the first kill, runs out of bullets, trying to hide inside the pit. Hawk meanwhile gets the frag. Bluminator is then on to Hiko. They're still trying to take Nothing down. Nothing stays alive, and there you go. GG's, good games are exchanged as Nothing finally gets picked off, and that ends it, ladies and gentlemen, 16-14. But as you predicted that it was going to be compLexity's win, it's actually Exertus Esports' win.
Yep. I don't know how much of an issue the server was with that, with some of the rounds, but XTS looks promising for this season.
Oh, it was great. And not only is it like promising, but they did fumble at some point, though. They did have an 11-4 lead. It came down to the last round for them to win it. At least they were able to get it, but not did they get it done. They couldn't have made it without Bluminator's clutch on that round before.
Yeah, I think it also attributes to, like, they figured out early in their terrorist side, they knew rushing wasn't going to work out, and then they started playing it slow, and then came down to 15-14. The last round, they're like, hey guys, let's go back to our fast because they're not going to expect it, and they caught them off guard on halls, and just got all the picks and won the round easily.
Oh yeah, so the addition of Flom, Oct, and Summit seems to be promising.